Welcome back to 504 Road Trips. Today we present our 8th video in the Blue Ridge Parkway series, this time covering miles 85 through 100. Here we were looking for a restroom and accidentally turned up a road that led to a maintenance shack. We've cut that part out since there really wasn't anything interesting there. At mile 86, we stopped at the Peaks of Otter Lodge for a quick break and to clean the windshield. From the website, exit the Blue Ridge Parkway at milepost 86 to spend some time at the Peaks of Otter. For more than 8,000 years, people have traveled through this area. Native Americans passed through the area while hunting, and the earliest European settlers began arriving in the mid-1700s. By 1834, the first inn had opened, and by the turn of the century, the Peaks of Otter had become a popular tourist destination. Today, the Peaks of Otter is still a major developed area on the Blue Ridge Parkway. In the valley formed by Sharp Top, Flat Top, and Harkening Hill is a lodge and restaurant, visitor center, campground, picnic area, and historic farm. In addition, the area is almost totally surrounded by the Jefferson National Forest, which only adds to its appeal as a destination for Parkway visitors. The Johnson Farm and Polly Woods Ordinary represent two historic periods at the Peaks. Polly Woods Cabin served as a first lodging for travelers through the area starting in the early 1830s. The Johnson Farm sheltered 3 generations of the Johnson family, and today it is a living history farm during the summer where you can play games, help work on the garden, or just sit on the porch and relax in a rocking chair. The mountains of the Peaks of Otter all have trails ranging from less than a mile to more than 4 miles, and there is nearby access to the Appalachian Trail. The Peaks of Otter Lodge sits beneath the peaks beside the Peaks of Otter Lake. The lodge features comfortable rooms, fine dining, meeting facilities, a lounge, and a gift shop. Here is one of the few places that the parkway has a median and extra lane in each direction. On the right is the Peaks of Otter Visitor Center. On the left at mile 89.4 is the Upper Goose Valley Creek Overlook. Quakers were early settlers of Goose Creek Valley. The Iroquois made their first years insecure and the Quakers moved out, but returned soon after in 1758. The yellow poplar and dogwood found here adds to the beauty of this area. At mile 90 is a view of Porter's Mountain. This overlook presents a view down Goose Creek Valley onto the profile of Porter's Mountain. Prevalent here are a variety of oak trees, included are the red, scarlet, white, and chestnut oaks. On the right at mile 91.8 is the Woods Gap Overlook. This scenic overlook offers a view of the James River flowing in the valley below. The beautiful long-range views extend on both sides of the parkway. At mile 92.1 is a view of Purgatory Mountain. Purgatory Mountain rises above the Great Valley. The Carolina Road passed through the nearby town of Buchanan at the base of the mountain. Over the rough path came stagecoaches and wagons. Their strenuous trip down the path and around sharp bends of a creek had drivers referring to the trip as going through Purgatory. The creek became Purgatory Creek and later the mountain took the same name. On the right at mile 93.1 is a parking area for Woods Gap Overlook. Boblett's Gap is the location of the family cemetery of Will Boblett. The early settlers in the mountains had their own family cemetery. Without doctors close by, the home remedies did not always cure the sick. Will Boblett and his family moved out of the mountains and into the valley. However, 7 family members remained with their headstone in the family cemetery. At mile 95.2 on the left is the Pine Tree Overlook. The view from the Pine Tree Overlook is astounding. The green valley below is filled with farms and forests while vast mountain ranges rise above. Then immediately following on the right is Harvey's Knob Overlook. The Great Valley is seen from this overlook with Harvey's Knob on the right. This is the area where Robert Harvey led the way of the local production of iron. We stop at the Montvale Overlook to check out the view. At one time, Montvale was named Buffordsville after a man who gave land to the N&W Railway. He only asked that the passenger trains always stop at the station. However, this was impractical with no passengers, and the trains eventually rolled on by. Hopefully we can see something here because it's still really hazy. To the right at mile 96.2 is the Iron Mine Hollow Overlook. Long-range views abound from this overlook into the valley below. This area was prospected and mined for iron ore. Many mines were in operation, but limited transportation confined development. In 1892, the mines slowly began shutting down due to the rich, easily worked ore found in Minnesota. On the left at mile 97 is a view of Taylor's Mountain. The overlook provides a pleasing view of valleys and mountain ranges. Taylor's Mountain stands at the end of a mountain wall that forms on one side of Goose Creek Valley. On the right at mile 99.6 is the Great Valley Overlook. The Great Valley with its rolling hills seems to stretch forever. Once the path of Native Americans and pioneers, it is now a thriving route of trade and travel. The parkway hovers above the Great Valley for 100 miles south of the Rockfish Gap. We conclude today's video at mile 100. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to help support our channel, please check out our merchandise at 504roadtrips.spreadshirt.com. If you liked this video, please give us a thumbs up, post a comment, subscribe, share and follow us on social media, and join us for our next 504 road trip.